Forget inspiration. Habit is more dependable. Habit will sustain you whether you're inspired or not. Octavia Butler. Yes, my friends, each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes, no matter how you feel, jump into these charts like I do. It is worth the time and energy. Don't worry about how long it takes because you'll make up for all the time you ever spent when you master the charts and you're just seeing green and your money grows so beautifully. Keep working at it. Let's jump into the charts today. We see stocks and bonds down, gold and Bitcoin up. I'll go through our analysis for you. Right now, well, I'll tell you where we are. We are bearish on the NASDAQ 100, on the S&P 500, and HODL, that is Bitcoin. And we are bullish on TLT and gold. Now, I'm looking at the analysis, have some problems with TLT, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Let's look at where we are right now on the S&P. We are bearish, as I said. We have a directional probability of 75% over the next 5 days, plus that the S&P will continue to move down. Our accuracy check, according to how this has worked in the past with these same kinds of setups, is 70%. We look at a move of around $7 from the entry point, where we are now at 567.03 down to 560. That's about $7. As I said, that's where we have that next level where we are going to see things bounce there at a support. So we'll continue to watch. Again, if you see things set up in the morning with red down candles with decent volume, that, of course, would be your signal to jump in. So you want to be careful, pay attention, and let's see how things go there. Now, again, you do want to be careful if you see things pop up to the 570 mark. That means it isn't going in your direction, and you have hit a stop loss that's above recent highs. So you want to set your stop loss there to manage risk. I don't like using stop losses, but I do watch the market. And if it popped up above that, I'd be pulling that short down trade. That is where we are on the S&P 500. What about the NASDAQ 100? And the S&P was down for the day 0.27%. The NASDAQ down 0.57%. And as we look at things in the market, what do we see? Well, we see that we have a doji for the week, don't we? After 4 weeks of down movement, particularly the week before last being a strong one, we have up moves on the 2-day chart this week, Monday, Tuesday, nice green up candle, green spinning top for the Wednesday, Thursday with lots of volume. That's red volume, which means it just opened lower than the prior close. And this doji at the end of the week, we may very well get up to average volume. See, for the last 2 days, red down candles. So that leads us back to seeing things moving in that prior direction. We're bearish 80%. Entry points right around where things closed today at 41.61. Exit point where we see things moving down to and then getting some resistance there is 475. That's about a $6.60 move, 75% back test accuracy. So again, you see things setting up with red down candle in the morning, decent volume, or even in the afternoon, you may jump into that. Do be careful. Stop loss at 485, just above recent highs. That'd be a smart thing to do. Now we move on to 20-year U.S. government bonds. This is where I've got a bit of a problem here. Our analysis says that it is bullish. They are bullish on it at 60%. Again, that's not a good figure, 60%. I like 80%. I get around the 60 to around the coin cost at 50, 55. Not really super excited. We, of course, had bonds move up for many, many weeks. This week, red down week, blowing through a rather weak trend line. But we have 2 red down candles on the 2-day chart, and we have all these half-day candles just moving down, 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 down. Again, not down much for the day, but just a whole bunch of red down candles and, just up to near or at average volume on that half-day chart. I'm just not seeing any bullishness at all, but our analysis showing us about 60% bullishness. But again, that's pretty close to even. Our backtest accuracy is only 55% there. If you do see things setting up and you see red up candles moving, exit point is only 1.67% up. And again, that would be around the 90.50 mark. Stop loss around 88. And like I said, we closed, I'm looking here at the chart, at 88.91. So not any real compelling reason for me to think about jumping into 20-year U.S. government bonds, TLT. Now let's move on to gold. Gold was up nicely for the day, 1.34%. And of course, we were bullish gold yesterday. Well, we're even more bullish gold today at 70%. Jumping in points where we closed things today. We see the exit point at 585. That's about $3.43 up, 65% back test accuracy. When it comes to gold, our stop loss is at 279. So again, if you jump in, it looks like things are moving up on a green candle and it rolls back and again hits you at that 285 mark. No, I'm sorry, 279 mark. You want to be pulling out. You hit the 285 mark. That is a good place to look at exiting and taking a profit. You could take short-term profits also at 283 if the price rises quickly. That is where we are on gold. Lastly, we'll go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up for the day, 0.65%, but we are still bearish on Bitcoin. We believe 75% probability of a bearish direction over the next 5+ days. The entry point is around where we are right now, down to an exit point where we start getting some resistance at 23.50. That's $1.13. Our backtest accuracy is 70%. We see a stop loss at $25. That's just above recent highs. Take profits potentially at $24 if the price rises rapidly. And again, be careful of the short-term volatility due to Bitcoin's price sensitivity. And again, confirm that entry with a red Heikin-Ashi candle on the 195-minute chart with increasing volume. That is where we are, my friends, as we get toward the end of the week. Patreon members, I've already uploaded for you charting commodities and cryptos. Charting cryptos and currencies. We have 3 currencies we're looking at this week for you. That would be the euro, that would be the pound, and that would be the yen. And we'll release all the rest of it after the markets close tomorrow to everyone else. So again, thanks so much. We always love to hear from you. CW@chartingwealth.com. Remember, the numbers I gave out to you, the grid, that will be posted in the show notes. If you're not getting the show notes, that means you're not subscribed to chartingwealth.com. Go there for free. Sign up, put in your email address, and I think your first name, and we will send you each and every day our show. It's only up to 5 at the most. If it's a short week, it's only 4 emails you get. That list is never spam, never shared. If you appreciate what we do, become a Patreon supporter. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.